my dear students. Today I'm back with one more class of Olympiads practice questions from the same chapter that I dealt last week, that is changes around us children. Okay, few more questions we shall see, and maybe next week we shall be going with some other chapter. So let us go through the questions for today. Raj observed some droplets of water around his cold water bottle. A. Where does this water come from? B. What change is it? So it's a very common observation that when you take a water bottle from fridge and when you put it outside the fridge, then what happens? You see that very small droplets of water are formed around the water bottle. That is because what kind of, let us see now the options and then I'll explain. Water vapor that is present in air and it's a chemical change, and water actually came from the water which is present inside the bottle, maybe leaked somehow, and it's a physical change. And C, it is nothing but the water vapor present in air and it's a physical change. The correct option here is C, children. We know that air contains some percentage of water vapor also. That water vapor, that's called as humidity, right? So water is present in the form of gaseous state in air, and that when it touches the cool surface of the cold water bottle, then it condenses. We call that process as condensation, where gas changes into liquid when the temperature is lowered. So when it touches a cool surface, it changes into liquid droplets, and that is not coming from the water present inside the bottle, but it is coming because it is from the water vapor that is present in the atmosphere, children. So this option is correct. But what about the change? What kind of change is it? Condensation is a physical change because you can easily get back the water vapor and no new substance is formed. So what is the correct option? C. Water vapor in air and it's a physical change. Coming to the next question. What is the process by which a substance changes from solid to gas called now? Many of you don't read the question till the end and simply, you start checking out the options. Here, what is the difference? There is something different about this question. Solid to gas. We know that solid changes to liquid and liquid changes to gas, and both the reactions or what you call changes are reversible. We know that. But a solid sometimes directly changes to gas. A solid sometimes directly changes to gas. So without the intermediate liquid stage, the solid can sometimes change to gas and vice versa can happen. The gas also can change to solid. So this is the question which he asked now. Let us see. What is boiling? Boiling, what happens when a liquid is boiled? A liquid changes to gas. So that's not our question. He said solid to gas. So it is wrong. Freezing. Freezing is nothing but a liquid water. If you keep in freezer, what happens? It becomes solid ice, right? So it is liquid to solid. That is also wrong. Melting. A solid melts to liquid. That is also wrong. Sublimation is the process which is nothing but, the change from solid to gas. It is called as sublimation, children. Okay. So the right option is D, sublimation. Which of the following is a mismatch? Mismatch means which is not properly matched. Let us see the options given here. Burning of paper, new substances are formed. We know that burning of paper, it leads to or results in the formation of ash and some gases like carbon dioxide, smoke, etc. Isn't it? So new substances are formed. Paper is burning and it is producing some new substances like smoke and ash. So new substances formed. This is the correct match, I feel. Next, tearing of paper. When you tear a paper, what is happening? Is there any new substance that is formed? Paper is remaining as paper only. There is no new substance formed. So new substances are formed. Are they formed? No. It is a mismatch. Let us see if there are any other options which is a mismatch. Crushing of paper. When you crush a paper. So these are the three things that are done to a paper. One burning, second one crushing, tearing, and the third one just crushing. So what is happening now? When you crush a paper, the size and shape are changed, right? Is there any new substance formed? No. So which one is a mismatch here, children? It is only 2. What kind of, let's see, what kind of change does Earth undergo? What kind of change does Earth undergo? So we have seen different types of changes. We have learnt about the periodic change, we have learnt about the non-periodic change, we have learnt about the desirable change, undesirable change, slow change, fast change, natural change, man-made or artificial change, whatnot. So under which category among these options, which one is the correct option, we have to find out. Physical change, chemical change, periodic change and undesirable change. Most appropriate is periodic change. Is it undesirable? No, we need it. It is a desirable change. When Earth rotates or revolves around rotation or revolution, be it rotation or revolution, it happens for our it is useful for us, is it not? So we get days and nights because of rotation, we get seasons because of rotation. That is so much of use, or what you call, it's very much desirable for us. So it is not undesirable. So it is a periodic change because everything happens after regular intervals. Like in regular intervals, it follows a regular pattern. Day comes after night, night comes after day. Seasons go like we follow up. There is a particular pattern of seasons that is followed. So it is a periodic change. Let's see some more questions. Fifth question. If you pour a few drops of petrol on your hand, you feel cold as it evaporates. What type of reaction is it? So what happens here when you take few drops of petrol or a nail polish remover, spirit or anything, when you put it in your hands, what happens is you feel little cool. Okay, that's because it evaporates by taking the body heat, your body heat. It absorbs your body heat from that region, so that heat is taken away from your body. That's why you feel little cold over there. So what kind of reaction is it, he's asking. Is it a chemical change? Is it a slow change? No, it happens almost very instantly. Okay, so it's not a slow change. Is it exothermic? Last class, in my last class, I told you what is an exothermic reaction, in which heat is released out. And in case of endothermic reaction, what happens? The heat is absorbed. Now here, petrol is actually absorbing heat. It is taking away heat from your body and it is getting evaporated. So it is an endothermic reaction, children. Okay. Sixth one. The germination of seed is he has given few options and he has asked us to choose from these options as an answer. Physical change, chemical change, irreversible change and desirable change. We know that germination of seed doesn't happen in 1 day or 2 days. It takes it's a long process, it's a slow process. So it is, and also it is desirable change, right? Desirable in the sense we need that plant to grow. We want that plant to grow. It's nothing harmful. It's useful only. So it is a desirable change, we know. It is not a physical change because once the seed germinates into a small plant, then we can't get the seed again from that. The plant cannot become a seed again. It's an irreversible process, and also new substances are formed during this reaction, during this change, isn't it? New things like new chemicals are formed in the body of the plant. Also new structures are formed, new products are formed. That's why it is a chemical change, not a physical change. Also it is irreversible. So what options are correct here? 2, 3 and 4, right? So which option is correct here? This option, children. 2, 3 and 4. D option is correct here. Okay. Now, what kind of change is dissolving sugar in water? So what is the type of change when you dissolve sugar in water? Simply when you take some amount of sugar, when you dissolve it in water, what happens? It dissolves completely. You will see no sugar at all because it completely dissolves in water. But is there any new substance that is formed? Has sugar turned into something else? No. The sugar remains as sugar. So it can be a physical change or a chemical change. It can be a chemical change, physical change only, because no new substance is formed. So it is a physical change only, no new substance is formed, and it is not irreversible also. It is reversible. When you just evaporate the water, water gets released out as water vapor, and what is left is nothing but sugar. So that is why it's called as, it's nothing but a reversible change. Okay children? So please note down this at the back side of your homework, science homework book, and I hope that you are noting down all the Olympiad class practice questions in your homework. In case you have not written, please start writing at least from now. Okay? Thank you.